This is another session of Toxic Tuesday.
Tonight on Toxic Tuesday, episode 60, we're going to be talking about standing on business. Everybody's saying, I stand on business, I'm standing on business. But what does that even mean? How can standing on business make your life better, your brand better, and get you to where you want to be? Let's talk about it.
You always talk, you don't walk. Come on, man.
I'm a king, so I stand on business. I'm a king, so I stand on business. I'm a king, so I stand on business. I'm a king. I'm a king,
on
I'm a
charade.
king, so I stand on business. I'm a king, so I stand on business. I'm a king, so I stand on business. I'm a king. I'm a king. You can call me Tip. I'm about to make this money go flip.
Hello, my beautiful people. It's the King Omar Sharif. I welcome you back to another Toxic Tuesday where we turn our bad into good situations. Toxic Tuesdays are all about you, your mind, your body, your soul. I believe if we can control those three things, we'll find happiness. And my beautiful people, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, support this drive and my mission, my purpose and passion to reach people, touch people, help people. Listen, it doesn't cost you a penny for a subscription. When you grow, I grow. Let's grow together, y'all. Thank you. All right, so let's talk about what standing on business really means. Shout out to T.I. and King, they're a beautiful family out there. And I also want to shout out my family out in the A. I love y'all, I miss y'all, I'm gonna be down there soon. I promise to see y'all. But let's talk about standing on business. What does it mean? How can it make your life better? Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's not just be cool and use these kinds of words without really putting it to work. Let's put these words to work. So I think one of the keys to standing on business is firstly having a plan, right? You got to formulate your plan and your ideas. Make sure you see it through. Have your blueprint and then put it to work, put it to use. See it so you can achieve it, right? That's the first thing I believe it takes for you to stand on business. Another thing that is going to take for you to stand on business is having a commitment to that plan, a commitment to that goal, a commitment to yourself to change your life, a commitment to follow your dreams, a commitment to find your passion and purpose. You got to make a commitment to yourself. We always worried about making commitments to people, our girls and your boyfriends and all that type of stuff. But we really need to make that commitment to the Creator so you can have these ideas revealed to you and have that strength to actually make that commitment. That's what I believe. And another thing about commitments, you got to stand on your word when you're standing on your commitment. Don't just say things and not plan on following through with them. You can get caught into that I'm just talking and not walking phase, right? So if you tell somebody something, stand on that. Commit to what you're saying and follow through, just like a jump shot, all right? You got to stand on your words, and that's two ways to stand on your business. Plan it, commit to it. Another thing to actually follow through with these commitments is to think before you speak. Don't just be talking to be talking, right? A lot of people just like to talk to be heard and not really have powerful words behind them, not really have true meaning behind them. Have meaning behind your words. Think before you speak. That's going to help you communicate, articulate what you're trying to get across to somebody and really across to yourself. You got to believe it first before somebody else is going to believe it. And that's another way for you to stand on business. Another thing about these commitments, it's a good idea to record these commitments. Write them down, put them on paper, put them in your notes, put them somewhere, because this is going to allow you to prioritize and keep that promise to yourself and keep that promise to others. People start hearing you talk and they're going to rely on you to follow through with what you said. They're going to depend on you to do what you said you're going to do. So you can write these things down, make them something that you can physically see and touch and read and always kind of just go over them on a regular basis. That's going to keep that heavy on your mind, and then you'll be able to find your way. I promise you that. I was talking about having a plan and a blueprint, but you got to be honest with yourself when you're making these plans and blueprints. Set realistic expectations. Don't say something out of this world, not saying that you can't do it, but it's going to be more challenging for you to get there. And speaking of challenges, when you're making these plans and setting these expectations for yourself, Think about those challenges before they get there. Just don't think about what could go right. Think about what could go wrong, because then you'll be better prepared to face those challenges, right? And that's going to help you stand on your business and not get thrown over and knocked off, and then feel like a failure and not continue to stand on that business. Then you feel all broken. You're like, oh, I don't want to start over. Oh, look what happened. Oh, just my luck. Oh, no, we're not doing that, all right? So stand on your business. Make sure you're doing the things that I'm saying, and I promise you, things are going to change for you. Another good way to stand on business, oftentimes it's going to take more than just yourself to actually get the business going, all right? So when you do that, make sure that you got a good support system around you. Make sure that you are formulating a good team. Make sure that you're putting yourself out there to network with people that are already doing what you're doing. A good way to follow people's success is just to study them. Just look at what they're doing. Look at what they've done in their lives, in their achievements, in their accomplishments, and say, wow, this person did this to get his first whatever. Oh, he went that way to get a loan. Oh, he made sure he worked on this for a year to get his credit higher. Oh, they made sure that you know what I mean? Really study the people that are already doing the things that you're doing. And that's going to help you stand on business even more. When you're trying to stand on business, the only way to get better at standing on business is to reflect and evaluate. Look at what didn't go so well. Look at what did go very well. And that way you can make adjustments. You got to be able to think on the fly sometimes. If you're able to think on the fly, you might get to where you're going, right? That's what this is all about. Putting yourself out there, making promises to yourself, keeping promises to yourself. So when others hear you speak, they can see it in your eyes. They can feel your heartbeat without being chest to chest. You know what I mean? That's how we're going to stand on business. So always make corrections and keep putting your best foot forward. And don't be discouraged if something happens. It's a learning experience. You put that into your book bag and you get back to work. In order to stand on business and be successful in life, you're going to have some mindset mastery. You hear me? You got to be a master of your mind. That means you got to think positive. That means you got to stay in a positive mode. Stay in a positive eyesight. That means you got to see positivity. Your perception needs to be positive. Okay? That's mindset mastery. Nothing will deny you, because people are going to try you and why you and say, no, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that, but I'm not hearing you today. My eyes are set on what they need to be set on what I need to see. And as long as you have that mindset mastery, you will get your degree. Ooh, a degree in mindset mastery. I love that. And another thing to stand on business, we got to be able to prioritize, y'all. Come on, get your priorities in order. If you're not where you want to be and you got all these distractions around you, like many of us do, many of us have distractions everywhere we look, right? And that could throw you off your game. That could throw you off track. So get your priorities in order. If drinking is something that's holding you back, come on, leave that bottle alone. If partying all the time is something that's holding you back, come on, you ain't got to go out that much. If smoking or whatever highs that you got in your life is taking you away from being productive, come on, leave those pills alone. Leave them drugs alone. Leave that weed alone. I know y'all like saying, oh, the weed clears my mind and relaxes me, but honestly, it's relaxing some of y'all a little bit too much, all right? Especially if you don't already have these foundational pieces in play where you know you're gonna go hard every day for what you want. Because a lot of y'all, like I used to be, I'm speaking from experience, y'all. I'm not sitting here saying, you need to do this. No, I'm not doing that. Smoking every day used to take me off my game and had my priorities messed up because I was putting that weed in that greenery at the beginning of my day. Wake up high, go to sleep high, eat high. But I wasn't getting higher in life, okay? You high for the minute, but you ain't high in productivity. You ain't high where you need to be. You ain't high in excellence. And that's what we trying to be. We trying to be excellent out here. So I want y'all to know, and please remember that consistency is key when you're trying to stand on business, all right? Keeping those promises to yourself, not breaking promises to others, being consistent with what you're learning and what you're doing and pursuing. And like I said, have that mindset mastery, have a degree in mindset mastery, and then you'll be able to get to where you want, and then you'll be able to reach back and help somebody else. And that's gonna lead me to my challenge for the week, y'all. I want y'all to make a promise to yourselves this week. This is the promise challenge, all right? Make a promise to yourself, and I want you to stand on it. I want you to keep that promise to yourself. So if it's something that's gonna elevate you, that's what this promise is really for. Write it down, like I said. That's good to do, right? Make a note of it. Put it somewhere where you can see it and it just doesn't get buried under the laundry somewhere. And keep that promise to yourself. I know New Year's is coming up. A lot of people make resolutions, but they break resolutions, okay? Let this be the one thing that you really test yourself with and say, all right, I'm gonna make this promise to myself because I've always wanted to do this, but I haven't been doing it. I haven't been putting in that work. I haven't been being consistent. So here's your opportunity with the promise challenge. All right? Now, once you do that, if you want to share your promises in the comments to yourself, please do. It'll inspire somebody else, I'm sure, to even, maybe not to do what you're doing, but it may inspire them to actually get that promise going. Okay? My promise right now that I'm gonna make in front of all y'all is to keep doing what I'm doing, keep learning, keep expanding, keep growing, try to make this platform bigger, try to reach more people, try to find my audience out there, because I really do feel that I'm doing something that's gonna help people out there. And that's what my joy really is all about. That's where I get my happiness from. You know, there's other things, but this is the main thing that really keeps me going each and every week. And I make another promise to myself to create a whole nother show for y'all as we go into a new year. And that's another promise that I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna keep it, all right? So I'm putting it out there on Toxic Tuesday. It's gonna be another show coming up on Thursday nights pretty soon, y'all. So let's do that. So that's also gonna lead me to Toast Time with the King. Now, this week I changed it up a little bit. I didn't go extra hard with the fruits and the honeys and the spring water. We still got the spring water, but I want y'all to know just drinking lemon water is amazing. Just adding fruit to your water is amazing, okay? That just intensifies the water 10 times more. Water is more or less to purify your body. When you add lemons and other fruits to it, and maybe other herbs like mints and things of that nature, it really allows your body to absorb it and hold on to it and gives you better hydration, all right? So that's my education on the body juice and the body water. So let's make a toast. Raise your glasses, raise your water, raise whatever you got. Hopefully it's something good for that body. And we're gonna talk about keeping our promises. We're gonna talk about making real commitments. We're gonna talk about being consistent. And we're gonna toast to us being able to reach our dreams and reach our goals so we can really stand on business. Teach somebody else how they can stand on their business, not just make these things cool words and cool trends to say, but something that we can use and apply in our lives every day, all right? That's what this is all about. I love y'all so much. Christmas is next week, so I won't be able to see y'all until the day after, the Tuesday after that. Christmas is on Monday. I pray and I hope that all of y'all are in the holiday spirit. I hope that you get to spend time with your families. I hope that you really get to put smiles on these kids and these babies' faces, because in my mind, that's a big part of Christmas, all right? So I love y'all. It's the King Omar Sharif, and that's it, y'all. Salute. This episode of Toxic Tuesday is presented solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for the advice of a physician, professional coach, psychotherapist, or any other qualified professional. I thank you for watching tonight's episode of Toxic Tuesday. And if you enjoyed this show, there's so much more to see, like this video and that video, and so much more to come, I promise you. That's love, y'all. See you next time.